What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Madden 22 rebuild. Today it's going to be a fantasy style rebuild of the San Francisco 49ers. I wanted to do a team that drafted a quarterback at least like pretty early on in Madden 22, and a few of those teams have already been rebuilt by Bengal and by C4 and whatnot. As of the time I'm recording this, I haven't stumbled upon another 49ers rebuild. I guess there very well could still be one out on YouTube right now, but at least out of the content creators that I follow, I haven't seen one yet. But really quickly, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel and if you like watching Madden 22 franchise content, I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button down below. Certainly helps me out a ton in the end. And also, if you enjoy this video in the end, maybe consider hitting that like button as well down below. Now, something that's a little bit different about this rebuild is I don't have the 60 staff points that I had at the start of my Bengals rebuild, the one I uploaded the other day. And I think I'm going to keep that off for rebuilds. I didn't really think about it during that last one. I feel like it's a little bit too cheesy in a way if I keep that turned on. So I think I'm just going to have it turned off like by default from now on. But we can start off here by mentoring a rookie, I guess. Who's this going to be? It's going to be George Kittle on Jordan Matthews. Yeah, Jordan Matthews is not a rookie. But let's go ahead and get his development trade up. I'm pretty sure that's what this does. Or maybe not. I'm pretty sure that happened in the Bengals rebuild with my one running back. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. Let's go over the roster. So the 49ers are not really in need of a rebuild right now, right? They have a pretty good team, I feel like. If nobody gets hurt, they have a really solid roster, I think. But I think this year they're going to be a fun team to rebuild it. Just because of this man, Trey Lance, 74 overall, hidden development trade quarterback. Again, I don't know what his development trait is, but we're going to see that in this video here. Of course, he's very fast. 87 speed, 90 acceleration, 87 agility, 85 change of direction. He's fantastic on the ground. And then also, he has a bit of a cannon. 91 throw power, 85 short accuracy, good enough deep and medium. He's a really solid rookie quarterback, and he is going to be starting over Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, it doesn't seem like that's how the season's shaping up to be in real life, but this is not realistic. I want to develop Trey Lance as much as possible, so we probably will go ahead and trade Jimmy Garoppolo because quarterbacks have a ton of trade value. I feel like that's definitely the better option. There's not really much value having Jimmy G back up Trey Lance, unless something changed this year, which I'm not aware of at the moment. At the running back position, they have Raheem Mostert, who is really good, actually, but he is a bit old right now, and I don't really know what to do with him. They did draft Trey Sermon, who I want to get involved as much as possible. I don't know if I want to start him, though, just outright. I don't think I'm going to do that, because I want Trey Lance to have the best opportunity to go off his rookie season, and I think Raheem Mostert gives him that opportunity, because then we're going to have a solid number one running back for this first season. Maybe after this year, we can get Trey Sermon more involved. I'm going to have him be the power back for sure, because he actually has pretty good trucking stats and whatnot. So we're going to get him involved, hopefully, on the goal line a little bit. But just for now, I think I'm going to have Raheem Mostert be the number one running back. Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and Mohamed Sanu are the receivers right now. They also have Richie James. They have Travis Benjamin as well, and then Jalen Hurd all the way down here. But Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk are really solid and really young. Deebo Samuel is 25, 2 years of experience for him. And then Ayuk is like 22, 23. He was a solid rookie last year. Good hands, good speed, of course. He's a deep threat right now at a 78. I think we might have him play the slot, though. He has a bit more potential because he is a little bit younger than Deebo Samuel, but Samuel should be fine as the number one receiver on this team. Trent Williams is almost the highest rated player on this offense. If it weren't for George Kittle, he would be. He's a fantastic left tackle, 94 overall. He is old. I'm hoping he doesn't retire shortly because I want him on the team as long as possible. Laken Tomlinson is starting at left guard. I'm not too sure what I want to do with him just yet. He's not bad, but he is old. So we'll kind of have to see how he regresses after this season, I guess. Alex Mack is another really solid offensive lineman, but also another really old offensive lineman. He's 35, but he is really good. He might retire this year, though, and I really hope that doesn't happen. The right guard isn't fantastic, but he is a rookie, so 68 overall isn't all that bad, considering he is a rookie. And then Mike McGlinchey is the right tackle. He's solid. He's massive. Also number 69. You gotta love it. He's 26. He should be fine at right tackle probably this whole time. And then George Kittle, the best pass catcher on this entire team. One of the best tight ends in the entire NFL. He is fantastic. He's a really good pass catching tight end, and also he's phenomenal run blocking. 77 run block is really good for a tight end. 94 awareness, of course, he's fast. 88 catching, I mentioned his hands before. Great route running. He's just amazing. He's a really, really good tight end. I would not be surprised if he eventually goes up to a 99 just in the game, like in Madden's roster. Like if he plays well in real life, I could totally see him being a 99 overall at some point in the future. He's already very close, of course. He's really good. And then on the defensive side, there Fred Warner, 94 overall for him, superstar X Factor. He is going to be a 99 very, very shortly. 99 play rec, 99 awareness, 85 zone coverage, one of the best zone coverage middle linebackers in the entire NFL. Just one of the best linebackers in the entire NFL, not even just zone. 85 speed is good enough, 88 tackling, 95 pursuit, 91 acceleration. He's ridiculous. He's also incredibly young. He is a really, really good player. And then Trey Greenlaw at right outside linebacker isn't bad. He's young as well, but, you know, a lot worse. Being a 78, still not bad, but Fred Warner is just that good. We definitely need another linebacker. At some point, we need a left outside linebacker, but we can definitely address that in the draft. Jaquiski Tart is the starting strong safety. He's not bad, but he is kind of old. I don't know what I want to do with him just yet, but he's really solid overall-wise. And then Jimmy Ward, another really solid safety, but also another pretty old safety. The 49ers have a handful of really good but kind of old players on their team, so this is going to be an interesting rebuild. We have to replace a lot of these guys for sure. Jason Verrett also kind of fits that bill. Really solid cornerback, but again, 30 years old. So we're going to have to see how he regresses. Also, what's his injury? It's 70. That is rough. They have K'Wan Williams as the number 2 cornerback, another pretty good but old cornerback. Emmanuel Mosley's not too old. He's only 25. He has some room to grow here. And then down to the D-line, we have Nick Bosa. He is incredible. A superstar X Factor, 23 years of age, 90 overall already. Nick Bosa's ridiculous. Good enough speed for an edge rusher. Insane finesse moves, really good power moves as well, great acceleration, good enough strength, good play rec. He is just ridiculously good, right? So him and Fred Warner going to be on the team this entire time. They're both at least a 90 and both very young, so I'm sure they're both going to be 99s in the very near future. Now, Eric Armstead isn't really a D-end. At least I don't want him playing D-end as much. I'd rather him be a defensive tackle. He's definitely fit more in that kind of role. He's almost 300 pounds. But I do want Javon Kinlaw also playing for sure, because he's only 23. Maurice Hurst also is pretty good. He's 26 though. They have a lot of good like interior D linemen. I'm going to move Eric Armstead to be a defensive tackle. I could keep him on the edge. You can probably get that done in Madden, but I'd rather have him be a defensive tackle. But then they also have D Ford as the other edge rusher. D Ford's also pretty good. And he is an edge rusher, but again, he's kind of old. Like, I've been saying this pretty much this entire time I've been going over these players. They have some interesting players on this team for sure, and we definitely have some trade value here then, because we can get rid of a handful of these like 30-year-old players and get a good bit back without really losing all that much. So you might as well hop into some trades. Also, once again, it's fantasy style. I feel like I have to say that very often, but fantasy style rebuild, I can do essentially whatever I want. Maybe the occasional like superstar trade, but I'm gonna try to get a couple draft picks. Let's just look at their draft situation right now. They don't have a first rounder for next year. That's right, they traded that away. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to get at least 2 first-round draft picks, I feel. And I definitely think we can do that. We even have, like, Ebukam down here. I never know how to pronounce his name. I feel like I'm terrible with it. But we have him who can definitely rush off the edge if I do trade D Ford. D Ford also clears up some cap, so this isn't the worst idea in the world. Maurice Hurst will definitely have some trade value. And then, of course, we have Jimmy G. Jimmy G can probably get a first on his own, or at least get very close to one. Okay, so I planned on getting some draft picks. I did not plan on being able to get Brian Burns. But Maurice Hurst, Jaquiski Tart, and Jimmy G are going to send Brian Burns over to San Francisco. That was a really good trade, because now we have him and Nick Bosa rushing off the edge. That is terrifying for opposing offenses. We can certainly get rid of D Ford now. We have an edge rushing duo for this entire video, and now we can just focus on some draft picks. Honestly, if Brian Burns is the only player we acquire this first season, I am perfectly content with that. We are going to get at least 1 first-round draft pick here from the Vikings, giving them D Ford, Wayne Gallman, and a 5th-round draft pick this year. Also, I didn't mean to disrespect him. I just completely forgot about Kyle Juszczyk. Kyle Juszczyk is a great fullback. All right, no disrespect. He actually does a lot for the 49ers. I love me some Kyle Juszczyk. I really wasn't able to get another first-round draft pick, but I am snagging a 2nd from the Dolphins, giving them DJ Jones and Samson Ebukam. Those are going to be all the trades we make before we start simulating. So here's a look at the offense. Nothing really changed on this side of the football. I mean, we lost Jimmy G, but I was going to start Trey Lance anyway, even if we didn't trade Jimmy Garoppolo. So he is now the sole starting quarterback. There's not really a competition between him and Josh Rosen. Hopefully Trey Lance can actually just play really well as a rookie. And then the defense just got better. We got Brian Burns. He's a superstar. Also, he's going to be an 88 overall. He is so good. I don't know how we got him so easily. Like, I understand we give up a quarterback, and quarterbacks have a ton of value, but I thought Brian Burns would have more value than this. He is so young, and he's already an 88 with superstar dev. Like, I feel like that was just too simple. Him and Nick Bosa on the same team should not be a thing that can happen, unless you're doing like a fantasy draft or something like that. Even then, I don't even know if you can get both of them. But the rest of the defense isn't too different. I mean, we lost a strong safety, but we do have Tony Jefferson, and Tony Jefferson's like capable enough to start here. Jaquiski Tartt's a little bit better, but I don't mind having Tony Jefferson. Fred Warner is just going to man this defense the entire rebuild, most likely. He's already a 94, so I'm expecting big things from him. This is a pretty good looking team, I think. I would not be surprised if we made the playoffs this first season. I think a lot of that's going to depend on the development of the team throughout the year, though. But I will see you guys now whenever something else happens. It might be the midseason. It might be next week. I don't know. I think this is when Jordan Matthews goes up in development trait. Hang on. Let me see. Does that happen here now? He does. He has start dev. That is a really, I feel like, busted mechanic in this game. That could be really good if you keep getting those scenarios each year, because it's just a free dev up. You don't have to do anything for it. But Jordan Matthews, yeah, definitely not a rookie. Does it say he's a rookie in this game? He is not. He is listed as having 7 years of experience. So I don't really know what's up with that. So since we have a rookie quarterback starting, it seems like it prompted this press conference. So let's go ahead and do this and see if anything happens. Trey Lance is making his debut this week, and we've seen in the past that it can be tough for rookies early on. What are you expecting this week? Great performance. Just straight up, he's gonna go crazy. I'm already expecting it. Expectations are definitely high. Anytime you take guys in those first few rounds, you're expecting good things out of them, and the sooner the better. Cool. Does that mean he'll go up in development trait maybe if we do that with him? I don't really know what that means, or if it's just like a staff point goal kind of thing. I don't know, but let's advance by. We won that game, so hopefully Trey Lance did his thing. Trey Lance didn't light up the stat sheet like you hoped, but you were still able to get the win. Am I able to do anything about this, or are you just telling me? He got 1,000 experience. Okay, I mean, I guess he just got something for winning that game. Yeah, so the team is actually playing really well this season. We are 4-2 at the mid-season mark, having to go against the 3-4 Chicago Bears. I think Justin Fields is probably starting. So if this happens in real life, if both the rookies are starting at this point, that'll be a pretty interesting game to look out for. Let's go ahead and check out what Trey Lance's development trait is, though. I would not be surprised if it's superstar, but I kind of feel like it's star. It is still not revealed. He needs 15 more snaps. All right, hang on. Pause for a second. We're going to simulate one more week. In the battle between Trey Lance and Justin Fields is going to win. We are now 4-3. We do have a breakout player, which is actually pretty cool. But let's go ahead now and look at the depth chart, or the lineup, whatever. Trey Lance, what is your development trait looking like? My dude, you do have superstar. Okay. That's fantastic. That is really nice that he has superstar development. That saves us a bit of time. So maybe now he can be an X factor after this season. That would be massive. Unless he has a breakout player challenge right now and he just goes crazy. So I don't know who this is for because there's no like picture of the person there. Let's see. Who is this for? Brandon Ayuk. Okay. This is probably not going to happen. Let's advance by really quickly before we start negotiating with any players. We won that game 21-0. Did he go up in development trait? He did. All right, so I kind of feel like breakout challenges are like a little busted right now, because every breakout player challenge I think I've attempted has gone through. I'll try it again. If I see another breakout player challenge, I will activate it again and see if the player goes up once more. But really quickly, let me check out the schedule of that game. I just want to make sure Ayuk did what he needed to do. So Brandon Ayuk only had 31 yards and a touchdown. What? I'm assuming then that breakout player challenges are busted. That was for Ayuk, right? Yeah, that was definitely for Ayuk, and he did not deserve that. So sadly, he got experience for that, and I can't really take that away from him. Actually, I could. I could spend the experience point and then just lower the stats that go up. We can do that. Let's put him back down to star, because he did not do enough to go up in development trait, that's for sure. Let's spend this 1 experience point and then just lower those stats again. Hopefully it doesn't get too many up. I just want to remember this without having to look back. He got 3, easy. 3 to catching, 2 to medium, 2 to release. I got that. Okay, he's back where he used to be. That's so weird that that happens. That you can just fail it and it still works. somehow. All good though. Let's just go to the end of the season. All right, so we made the playoffs. That's nice. We went 12-5, 8-9 there for the Packers. The records still look really weird. All right, well, let's go over these stats. Let's see how Trey Lance did. I'm excited to see what kind of season he had though. He had 4,100 yards, 36 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Yeah, he had a great season. He only had a long of 38, which I feel like is weird, but he had a really, really solid rookie season. I will take that. Raheem Mostert was pretty good, but honestly, Trey Sermon was better. We gave the ball to Raheem Mostert a shit ton, but Trey Sermon still got 153 carries. We ran the ball a lot. 12 touchdowns there for Trey Sermon, 4.5 yards per carry. He might take over as the starter next year. I don't know just yet. Receiving-wise, George Kittle leads the team in catches, yards, and touchdowns. Makes sense. Brandon Ayuk gets 11 touchdowns, though. Deebo Samuel, 920 yards, only 3 touchdowns for him. Blocking, I feel like, should be pretty solid, and it certainly is. 118 tackles there for Fred Warner. We have 13 tackles for loss for Eric Armstead, who had 18 sacks. Not the player I expected to lead this team in sacks, but whatever. 7.5 for Brian Burns, 5 for Nick Bosa. Sure. 4 picks for Jimmy Ward, 3 for Dre Greenlaw. He had a pretty good season as well. 2 for Fred Warner and Emmanuel Mosley, 1 for James Burgess, and 1 for K'Wan Williams. We were 9th in the NFL on offense. The defense seemed all right. Yeah, we were 1st. Yeah, the defense was pretty incredible. Patrick Mahomes is going to win MVP. Anybody from the 49ers? No, I'm not seeing anyone. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Christian McCaffrey. We do have Trey Lance, though, at number 8. Are there any rookies on this list above him? There's no rookies, but Jimmy G is on the list. Interesting to see him up there. They went 10-7. I kind of hope we have to take them on. Defensive Player of the Year is Aaron Donald, of course. Eric Armstead, though, at number 2. Having a pretty Aaron Donald-like season, honestly. No one else from the 49ers here. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Trey Lance. I love seeing that. He beats out Justin Fields. Trey Sermon at number 3. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Zaven Collins. No one from the 49ers. I don't really think we had any notable rookies starting anyway. I'm going to wait to spend my staff points until we draft, just to, see what kind of upgrades I want to go for. But let's just go through and advance by this week. We are going to win. We have to take on the New Orleans Saints right now. This is going to be an interesting game. We are both 12-5. We have similar offenses, overall wise. We have a pretty similar overall in general. Let's advance to the next week, see if we can take this to the conference championship, and we can. We have to go up against the 15-2 Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be a tough game, but let's go straight to the Super Bowl and see if we are representing the NFC. We are representing the NFC. It's a Super Bowl rematch. 49ers versus the Chiefs. We are going to hop into the Super Bowl, and I'm just going to simulate it. I honestly just want to see what the Super Bowl animation looks like. I'm very curious to see if they changed it at all. This is also like the first bit of gameplay that I've really experienced. So let's just look at the loading screen for now. Looking interesting. Pretty similar, though. Presentation's a little bit different. Crowd looks a bit more animated. I'll take it. Running out onto the field, Trey Lance in his rookie season leading his team to a Super Bowl. Love to see that. If he could win the Super Bowl, that would be phenomenal. And here's a look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs are insane because of that man right there, of course. He is going to absolutely go insane. I really like that graphic. That's new. That looks cool. But, of course, Patrick Mahomes was the MVP of the league this year. There is a coin toss? No way there's a coin toss. There wasn't a coin toss like last year, right? Or the year before that. I'm pretty sure this is the first year in a little while with a coin toss. It's such a minor thing, but I love it. I needed that. I needed that little bit of confidence in the game right now. All right, let's just go straight to the end of the game. We're not going to play any of it. See how we're doing. 7-0. We do have the lead. Be nice if we can get another big drive. It's 7-7. 14-7 now. 14-14. A really close Super Bowl. 17-14. We could really use another touchdown. 21-17. They take the lead. 24-21. We take it back. 24-24. Get a touchdown here. 27-24. You got to hold them. 27-27. This game is going to overtime, and we're going to win a Super Bowl. The first year. Let's take a look at the celebration. It already looks different. Let's go. That's a massive improvement. It's not like drastically different yet, but it's still something. The players look way more animated. It's not the same robotic walking animations and whatnot. I really hope this isn't the same all the time. It would be nice if they changed this more than just changing the players and the uniforms and whatnot. But I'll still take this. It's something new. It's something fresh. Trey Lance is going to win a Super Bowl as a rookie. That is amazing. The trophy's coming out. They're all touching it. This is pretty cool, actually. I like this. I'm a fan that they actually changed this. Yeah, this looks way better. than it did in any other Madden. The past like 6 Maddens have had the same animation. This looks way better. Look at him. Trey Lance gets to hoist the Lombardi trophy. His first season in the NFL. That's amazing. Now, I didn't say who the Super Bowl MVP was. Well, let's just take a quick look. Was it Trey Lance? It could have been. 246 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad at all. Raheem Mostert, 6.1 yards per carry. He had a good game. Trey Sermon wasn't great, but it's all right. George Kittle went off. That's cool. Deebo Samuel, 3 for 31. Anyone like defensively get some picks or something? Yeah, we had 2 interceptions on defense. Any defensive touchdowns? No defensive touchdowns. Okay, so the MVP might have just went to Trey Lance because he played pretty well. He didn't do anything bad. Unless there was some crazy sack numbers there. I didn't actually notice. But let's just skip all these, I guess. I don't even know what's happening right now, to be honest. It's probably just going over the staff points I just won. Let's go. We won a Super Bowl the first year. I mean, granted, I didn't really change the team all that much. The 49ers have a good roster. We just added Brian Burns, and I feel like that probably helped at least a little bit. Let's see if I can see the Super Bowl MVP from here. The Super Bowl MVP was Trey Lance. All right, that's really cool. I'm glad he won it as a rookie. That's even more incredible. Let's just take a quick look at the staff moves. Who's being fired? Sean McDermott's being fired. All right, can I just look at the head coaches? There we go. Joe Judge is gone. Mike Zimmer's gone. And then hired by the Bills. All right, Sean McDermott got hired by the Vikings. They traded. All right, that's interesting. No more head coaches got fired. So it's just, you know, those 2 guys at the top. Yeah, that was a really good first season. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to top that again. We will certainly try. But we have to re-sign some players. Before I do that, let me go through and look at the roster and see who went up in development trade. Trey Lance should be an X factor. He's not, but he certainly should be after winning Super Bowl MVP. Also, we are missing Trent Williams. That sucks a lot. I feel like he was a pretty big reason why we were able to do what we did this season. Trey Sermon, I don't know if I'm going to start him at running back. We might just keep this 1-2 combo for now and give Trey Sermon another year to develop. They played pretty well together, so I don't mind that happening once again. Also, Raheem Mostert hasn't regressed that badly. He has a bit of a confidence boost right now. It's actually pretty massive, but he's going to be an 86 next season, which is certainly not bad. Check out defensively. Dre Greenlaw is up in development trade. So is Eric Armstead. If Armstead didn't go up, I was going to riot because that was ridiculous. He had a really good season. But yeah, Dre Greenlaw is up to superstar. If we can get another linebacker, this linebacking core is going to be incredible. This D-line is also shaping up to be one of the best D-lines I've had in a long time. So this is going to be a pretty fun rebuild, I think, if we can just draft correctly here. But who has to come back to the team? I forgot to look at this, I believe. I always do this. I don't know why I keep forgetting to look at this. Oh, so Raheem Mostert is a free agent. Interesting. I don't want to give him more than a 1-year contract, that's for sure. He's going to test out free agency. I'm not going to tag him, I don't think, because in my Bengals rebuild, nobody went after him. So I think I might just give him a contract in free agency. Jason Verrett, I don't mind giving a 1-year contract to. He is not interested in signing. Okay, we'll check out free agency. K'Wan Williams, I don't really want. Laken Tomlinson, another player I don't mind giving a 1-year contract to. Again, he's not interested in signing. We just won the Super Bowl. You really don't want to sign back? Like, what is happening with these guys? Let's hop into free agency, though. I don't really want anybody else who was available there. And if Davante Adams is here, I think we pull the trigger. We have $75 million. We have a quarterback on a rookie contract. He needs a dominant number 1 receiver. And I think we're going to try to get him Davante Adams. It's only fair. We're going to give him a lot of money. A 4-year contract is pretty big, but he's probably going to be well over like a 93 this whole time. I don't mind giving him this contract. And now Raheem Mostert is available, like I thought he would be. Let's give him a contract as well. Again, I only want to give him a 1-year deal. Let's see if he wants that. That's 74 total points. I'm comfortable offering him that contract. And now we definitely need some offensive linemen. There is a pretty good-looking center in the draft, so I'm not really too worried about Alex Mack potentially leaving next year because we can always have that guy replace him eventually. But I think I'm going to go after Connor Williams. He's pretty cheap, and I don't mind giving him like a 3-year deal. That's 95 points. That's actually not enough to be above the Bengals, but he is very cheap. And he's going to be a really solid offensive lineman. I mean, he's not going to go up in development trade, but still, he's going to be a really solid option there. Mitchell Schwartz wouldn't be bad at left tackle. I think we're going to make that move too. We're going to spend a good bit of money, but I'm trying to protect Trey Lance as much as I can and trying to ride the confidence here. And if we can get Mitchell Schwartz on the team to play left tackle, that would be phenomenal. Now, we could use a corner as well. I just got J.C. Jackson, so I'm not going to go after him again. I don't really know who to get, though. I might just draft a corner and see how that goes. I'm going to give a contract to Nick Needham. We kind of need him on the team. That was the funniest thing I've ever said. But he has star development, so I don't mind giving him a contract. Jeff Gladney wouldn't be too bad either, but Nick Needham's the same age. And the same overall and everything like that. I'm probably going to sign a lot of players this year, but I feel like I kind of have to. So Deshaun Elliott or Ronnie Harrison. Deshaun Elliott is a scheme fit and a little bit better. And again, he's not that expensive. He's still pretty young. This first free agency period is actually really good. I'm going to try to draft, I think, another safety to fill out the safety duo. But if we can get Deshaun Elliott, then we can potentially trade Jimmy Ward. Let's head to the next week, though. How many of these players did we get? We did not get Devontae Adams. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks so badly. I wanted him the most, but we did get Mitchell Schwartz, Deshaun Elliott, and Nick Needham, and we also did not get Connor Williams. Dude, no way we didn't get Devontae Adams. He went to the Colts. That sucks. Man, I'm so upset about that one. All right, so Raheem Mostert, we're still the only team bidding on him. I would like another receiver. I think I might just try to look at the draft. And if I don't get like a stud #1 receiver in the draft, we don't even need that, but if I don't get like a receiver close to an 80, I'm not going to be stressing that much because we still have a good #1 and good #2. If I can just get somebody else to fill out the #3 position, I'm sure that's going to be fine. All right, so maybe we don't take a receiver. This receiver class sucks. So I'm going to go sign one now because that receiving class is not very good. I think I might just go after like Auden Tate just to get someone for like a year or two. I'll give him a 2-year contract. That's perfectly fine by me. He's not going to be on the team for that long, and I don't really need him for that long. I'm sure next season that we're going to have a better receiver class to choose from. We're going to get Raheem Mostert for another season. I like that a lot. Let's see what Auden Tate is thinking. The Broncos are giving him a contract now. Why are the Broncos going after him? They let Tim Patrick go. All right, whatever. We just need somebody here. And you know what? It might just be T.Y. Hilton. For a season, I don't mind having T.Y. Hilton on the team. We did get T.Y. Hilton on the roster, so that's actually perfect. I don't mind having him as the #3 receiver. So let's hop right into the 2022 NFL draft. We have a really solid draft pick. We have the 4th overall pick. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have to move up, right? Because there is a cornerback who I really badly would like to take, and it is Josh Pearman. He looks really good. He's an early 1st round projection and also an early 1st round talent. He is the 8th ranked player right now on like the big board here. And the Giants have the 1st pick. I don't know if the Giants would take him. There's a couple other early 1st round corners who we could potentially bank on. And we do have the 4th overall pick. I don't know what to do here, man. I don't think I want to trade up to the #1 overall pick. Let's just take a quick look, though, at the Giants cornerback situation. So, of course, they have James Bradbury. They also have Adoree Jackson. Okay, so they should be good at corner. I hope they don't take this guy. Now, I think the Bills are pretty early here. Let's see what the Bills corners are looking like. Of course, Tre'Davious White. But then Taron Johnson, Darius Phillips, they might take him. And then the Eagles, of course. Let's see what their situation's looking like right now. Darius Slay, Steven Nelson. Okay, so we might have to trade up with the Bills here. I think I can get by the Giants. Let's simulate this pick before we trade up at all, just in case we trade up for nothing. Let's see. Who do the Giants go with? I have no idea. So let's check out the draft board and see if that cornerback is still here. He is still available. Okay, so I think we should trade up with the Bills. I doubt we have to give up much. Yeah, that was incredibly easy. And that 4th overall pick, a 7th rounder, and a 5th next year for the #2 overall pick. We gave up essentially nothing, and we are landing who looks like the best corner in this entire class. Now, there are a couple other early 1st round talent cornerbacks. I think Thomas Davis is one. He looks really good as well. And then Carlos Kennard is also another one. But Josh Pearman, I think, looks better than the rest of them. Welcome to the team. 76 hidden development trait. Honestly, all I was looking for is that hidden. 92 speed, 91 acceleration, 86 agility. Good zone coverage. Good enough zone, I guess. Pretty good man. Not great press, but that can certainly go up. Yeah, he's going to be a boundary corner on this team at least. So I don't mind that selection at all. Now, our next pick isn't until the 2nd round. Maybe we should have traded up, but let's just see who's available here. I don't want to trade up too much right now. So we have a handful of 1st round talent players here, and I think the player I'm going to take is Tucker Porter. Because he's a position of need right now. Well, at least he will be in the future, so let's take him right now. He's a 74 with hidden. All right. Another hidden development trait player. A really, really solid center. So we have a replacement for Alex Mack. He might also just play this year at like guard or something. Now at the last pick in the 2nd round, I had a couple players who looked really incredible. And this is one of them, Greg Finch. Now he's a speed rusher. only late first round talent. I had a couple of guys on here with early first round talent, which is kind of upsetting, but it's all good. So we have to take one of these guys here for sure. Raphael Hunt, early second round talent. TJ Greer, early second round talent. TJ Greer looks really, really good though. And I could use another safety potentially. If we trade Jimmy Ward, I can use another safety. I could also use another linebacker, but your third linebacker in a 4-3 doesn't matter that much here in simulation. So I'm going to take the safety, TJ Greer. 72 with hidden. All right, I was really hoping you'd have hidden development trait. 93 speed, 84 hit power. This man is going to be our strong safety, 100%. Let's go through and make another selection. The last pick here in the third round. Any linebackers left? Oh, we have a couple. Otis Bird looks all right. He's probably usable at outside linebacker, so I don't mind waiting to take him. I don't really have anyone else scouted all the way down here. I think I'm just going to take a receiver with this selection. There's a couple of guys here who look all right. Late third rounder, mid third rounder, or we have early third rounder. So we're going to take Dwayne Fletcher. 70 with normal. Not a bad receiver. He's probably not going to see the field too often though. Here in the fourth round, who should we go after? Let's just sort by scouted. We have a couple other receivers left here. This third round middle linebacker is also still available. I kind of just want to take him. This is actually our last pick in the draft, so I'm going to take him. 69, nice overall, normal development trait. He's probably going to be somewhere in the 70s if we flex him out to outside linebacker. So he can definitely start. That's perfect. Yeah, we have no more draft picks left, but I don't mind that. I wasn't going to get anything useful with those later round picks anyway. I think this draft went really well. We ended up drafting a solid hidden development trait cornerback who is going to play a lot. I hope he has more than star, but honestly, if he just has star, that's not bad. We have a hidden development trait center and a hidden development trait free safety. We have 3 potential starters this year. 4 potential starters, actually. I forgot about this linebacker. And then this receiver, who is a solid depth receiver. So that's perfect. I like that draft a lot. Let's go through the entire class, though. Let's see who the best player was. It was a 77, another corner, Thomas Davis. Hidden development trait for him. Let's quickly check out what his dev is, because I have to compare this to the guy we drafted. Let's see if we chose correctly. He has star. So we didn't choose badly. If our guy ends up with star, it's not a huge difference. I mean, we traded up to get him. We didn't have to trade up to get Thomas Davis, but honestly, it's fine. Hopefully, he has better than star, though. Another 77 D tackle, Amari Richards, and then a couple 76s. Not the strongest class. I've seen way better classes in this game so far, but at least we got some hidden development trait players to start. Making one quick trade here before we simulate in the second season, giving the Jets Jimmy Ward and Michael Jackson Sr. for their third round draft pick this year. I thought Jimmy Ward would have a little bit of trade value, but he really did not at all. We couldn't even get a third round draft pick with just him. So it was either we'd trade him for a late round pick or just cut him. So I figured why not trade him. We can also look at this Hall of Fame induction thing. Is it for DeMarcus Ware again? It is. Okay, so this means linebackers are going to get +5 to finesse moves, which doesn't really help us all that much. That's all right. It doesn't really matter that much. It's at least something, I guess, to the defense. Let's go through and spend all of these staff points as well. I think I'm just going to go through one of the head coaching things. I want to do player progression, though, for sure. Free safeties and strong safeties. Let's do that one by 20% just to get that strong safety up a little bit more. And then left end, D tackle, right end, that's perfect. I don't mind that at all. Then left outside linebacker, middle linebacker, all that good stuff. That's fine. Cornerbacks, of course. We're just going to take this tree all the way down, I think. Let's do this one again, and let's slow down the development of somebody. I kind of want to slow the development of the left tackle. If he stays for another season, Mitchell Schwartz won't be as bad then after this year. So I'm good with that. And I guess we can also go through a little bit of these. Yeah, I'm going to go through this right side here, I think. Because then we can get +1 to catch in traffic for wide receivers, and then, you know, +3 catch in traffic to receivers and tight ends. That's perfect. Okay. Team's looking a little bit better then. I'll take that. Now a quick look at the roster. Right, so the offense looks a good bit different, especially the offensive line. We have Mitchell Schwartz now. We have Porter starting at left guard. We have T.Y. Hilton as the number 3 receiver on the team. Trey Lance is looking real nice at an 82. Hopefully he can continue playing really well. Of course, George Kittle's on 99. He's insane. And then the defensive side, this side of the football looks incredible. So many superstars, a few X factors, maybe potentially even more X factors. Our cornerback group isn't the best right now. but Pierman could certainly develop pretty well, and then hopefully we can sign a corner in free agency, or maybe even just draft another one. It's actually a really solid looking team, in my opinion. I hope they make it back to the playoffs once again. Also, I think it said that we just had one outside linebacker, like one left outside linebacker starting there. That shouldn't impact anything in simulation. The computer should fill some of those roster holes if they're really that imperative. So we have a camp standout, and it is our strong safety, which is awesome. I'm gonna go into zone coverage for sure on this. I'm pretty sure this ups it by like 5 or something like that. Yeah, +5 to zone coverage for him. That is a massive boost. I wish that could have been like hit power, but that would have been ridiculous. All right, we can talk about the safety again. We're actually just talking directly to him this time. So what does this do? Okay, so he needs 2 combined interceptions and pass deflections. Hopefully he can do that. The 2 pass deflections I feel like is certainly doable. Let's go ahead and advance by this week, and let's see if he goes up in development trait. Come on, dude. Please have done it. This would be really big. He did do it. Okay, so we're going to check out this game, of course, just to make sure he did go up correctly. So I don't think he actually went up in development trait. He just got 10,000 experience. Something different. But can I check out pass deflections? Please tell me that's a stat I can look at, because if not, I'm just going to have to trust the game, I guess. He did get 2 pass deflections. All right, so he actually did it. That's amazing. Wait, is he going to continue breaking out until he stops? That'd be really cool if he can keep going up. What does he have to do now? 3 interceptions and pass deflections. Okay, I mean, let's try it again. Hopefully he gets some more experience. Let's see. We lost that game again, which is, you know, amazing. Did he do it though? He did not do it this time. That's fair. 3 is kind of hard to get. He just barely got 2 last time. We are 3-3 right now. Chilling at week 8. We have to take on Russell Wilson though, which is not amazing. We can game plan for the elite quarterback. I'm not going to really bother with that one. But let's check out their roster. What are we looking like in terms of development traits? On the offense, the left guard has star only, but that's fine. That's whatever. At least it's something. Now, the strong safety has star, and the cornerback has star. That's kind of sad, but it's not awful, I suppose. The strong safety is up to a 78, though. That 10,000 experience seemed to have helped a lot. It'd be nice if he has a really good year, and then he can go up in development trait. Who has to come back to the team? I finally remembered to do this at the midseason. No one important. Okay, that's amazing. Actually, I lied completely. Sorry. Nick Bosa's there. It was all the free agents I signed first, just on those 1-year contracts. Let's go back into this. So Nick Bosa needs a contract. That's going to be expensive, but he's needed. Brian Burns, also going to be expensive. Mitchell Schwartz, I would like to bring back if he doesn't retire. Deebo Samuel, I would like. Mike McGlinchey, Trey Greenlaw, I would like. So there's a lot of guys here. I hope we have enough money for this. And we definitely do. We have over $100 million. Nick Bosa doesn't want to come back just yet. Okay. Brian Burns, please come back to the team. Be simple. All right, cool. Finally, somebody's coming back to the team. Mitchell Schwartz, I would love to have him on the team for 2 more years. He's probably going to retire, but I'll still give him that for now. Raheem Mostert, I'm not going to bring back just yet. Deebo Samuel, I'll give him a contract. He's good. He's coming back to the team. Mike McGlinchey, we need. And then Trey Greenlaw, of course, we also need to help out the defense. So McGlinchey's coming back. And now Trey Greenlaw. We can't negotiate with him yet. Hang on. We have to wait a couple weeks. Let's also see if we can get Nick Bosa back on the team. Improving the bonus would go a long way. All right, so we'll try to get him next week. Trey Greenlaw, please come to the team. Not going to come back just yet. Okay. These guys are being a bit annoying, but it's part of Madden. It's part of the rebuilds. It also, like, players keep getting injured. I don't understand why. Injuries are off. They were off in my last rebuild, too, and this kept happening. And we are just not playing well this year. I don't get it. This is really weird. But let's negotiate once again with Nick Bosa and Trey Greenlaw. Please come back to the team. You guys are both really good. I want you guys both back on the team. Salary and length are good, but bonus could be better. Okay, let's go like that for bonus. That should be enough. There we go. He's coming back to the team. And then Trey Greenlaw. He only likes the contract length. Let's do that. Let's do that. He's going to test out free agency. I would definitely rather you not do that. I might just tag him at the end of the year. We can probably go that route. Did the team clutch up and make the playoffs? We actually did, going 9-8. Every other team in this division went 7-10. Also, the Lions are in the playoffs. Interesting. And a bunch of players returning from injury still. I don't understand. Whatever. It's all good, I guess. We're just going to have to deal with it. Trey Lance, though, had 4,600 yards. He threw 2 interceptions. Dude, he is so good. Oh my. Only 2 picks all year. 34 touchdowns. 4,600 yards. He was phenomenal. Raheem Mostert was okay. Only 3.7 yards per carry. 8 touchdowns. Not amazing. Trey Sermon, 11 touchdowns. I wonder if we can get Sermon starting this next year. T.Y. Hilton was really good, though, which is interesting. He wasn't even playing the slot. I had that dedicated to Brandon Ayuk, but whatever. Debo Samuel, over 1,100 yards. George Kittle, almost 100 catches, 926 yards, 8 touchdowns. Is Raheem Mostert receiving well? Not really. 22 catches, 258 yards. Okay. A lot of sacks allowed from the tackle duo. That's not ideal. 127 tackles here, though, for Dre Greenlaw. 17 tackles for loss for Javon Kinlaw. 15.5 sacks for Nick Bosa. 8.5 for Eric Armstead and Brian Burns. This D-line is incredible. 3 picks for Fred Warner, Nick Needham, and TJ Greer, the rookie. 2 for Josh Pearman and Deshaun Elliott. 1 for Brian Burns. That's interesting. And Dre Greenlaw. Okay. I really want Greenlaw back on the team. We're definitely just going to have to go tag him. 16th in the NFL on offense, and then 17th on defense. MVP is Alvin Kamara. That's pretty cool. Trey Lance at number 6, though. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Alvin Kamara. Trey Lance at number 3. Nobody else from the 49ers. Defensive Player of the Year is Khalil Mack, but I'm sure Nick Bosa is here somewhere at number 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Tommy Hobbs. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jermaine Street. Sadly, it's not the safety TJ Greer, but that's fine. Also, Josh Pearman at number 9. Both of those guys up to an 80, though. So not too bad. Let's go through and see if we can win this game here against the Lions. We should totally have this game. We are a much better team, but simulation doesn't always take into account overall. Yeah, we lost 28-21. Games are not won on paper, but we did get extended, so that's great. I also have coach firing off. I wonder if he can still get fired, because like injury is off and players get injured. So I wonder. That would suck if I got fired. That would be really unfortunate. But the Packers are playing someone in this Super Bowl. I will see who they are playing next week. Let's see who the Packers have to go up against in Super Bowl 57. I don't know why it doesn't show both teams there, but it's whatever. Oh, they get shut out by the Browns, 23-0. Dropping the old goose egg in the Super Bowl. That's a yikes. Let's advance one more week. Of course, I don't really want to do anything on that screen. And let's see who has to come back to the roster. Players ready to negotiate. Anybody else here who I would like to give a contract to? So, of course, we should see Dre Greenlaw somewhere. There he is. He's also up to Superstar X Factor. Yeah, he's getting tagged immediately. I want him back on the team. T.Y. Hilton's up in development trait, which is actually pretty cool. I don't think I want anyone else here. Raheem Mostert's down to an 83. Trey Sermon might already be better. So we could probably just rock with Sermon for this season. But let's check out the rest of the dev upgrades. So Trey Lance should be up. Please. He's not. I don't get this. He is going absolutely off, and he's not up in development trait somehow. Trey Sermon, though, is going to be the #1 running back. Also, Mitchell Schwartz retired. That sucks. So did Alex Mack. So we need a new center, and we need a new left tackle. I think we can probably make this work here, though. And then defensively, like I said, Dre Greenlaw's up in development trait. So is Deshaun Elliott, which is really cool. I don't think anyone else is, but this defense is looking insane right now. Let's see if we can make the team just even a little bit better. We have a decent amount of money still. $52.2 million, I think it just said. Yeah, it does right there. $52.2 million. Let's see who we can bring in. Anybody amazing in free agency right now? Tyreek Hill. Saquon Barkley. Okay. All right. So Trey Sermon's cool. I like me some Trey Sermon. But he's not a 99 overall. You know who is? Saquon Barkley. I think we give him this contract. I think we also just go after Tyreek Hill and just make this offense as incredible as possible. Trey Lance is absolutely slinging the football right now. And if he has 2 more ridiculously good threats, he could have potentially a historic season. I mean, you know, historic like in quotation marks. You know, it's a 17-game season. Everything's kind of weird right now. But Tyreek Hill and Saquon Barkley I'm going to give contracts to. I would like to get Quentin Nelson as well, but I just got him recently, so I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on him. I would like to get a new offensive lineman, though, and he is so much better than everybody else here. Do we have the money to even do it if I wanted to? Oh, we might. 102 total points. We pushed a little bit more, and now we are above the Panthers. Oh, this could be really dumb. If we get all these players, this could be insane. And, yeah. I'll try not to do this much more in the future, but for one of the first few rebuilds on the game, I feel like it's fine. This is eventually going to get really cheesy. It's going to be like signing Jair every year. Back in Madden 21, he was always available and he was always really easy to get. And it seems like free agency is going to be ridiculous once again. That's something. Let's just go straight to the draft. Our offense just got infinitely better. All right, so I could use a starting left tackle. That's going to be kind of hard to draft, I feel like. And we also don't have a first-round draft pick. So that's going to be really difficult to draft. Okay, so let me check out the draft board. Maybe we have like a center or a guard or something later. Did I just skip? I did. Hold on. Let's look at the draft board really quick. I wasn't going to trade up to pick number 1 anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Let's see. Who's available here? Oh, we didn't scout any centers. No. Why do we not scout any centers? Our scout's horrible. Oh, no. Okay, I might just have to take a shot in the dark at one of these centers. And it's probably going to be Mike Holcomb. That guy looks really good. I might just take him next round and hope he's something. I feel like him and a cornerback are like the only 2 positions we need right now, and I doubt we're going to be able to really get a good corner. I'm not going to trade all the way up to the early part of the first round. So let's go ahead and see who is available. So that center is somebody we can definitely take if he's here. But also, let me just quickly check out corner. I don't see anyone that good right away. But Jonathan Hendricks could be a player we get later, just based on combine. So this center is available. Please be starting caliber. He's a 71 with hidden. Let's go. It worked out. I kind of figured he was going to be pretty good just based on the combine grade. But I'm kind of sad that the scout just did not go after centers at all. Now in the 3rd round, we actually have 2 3rd-round draft picks. Do we have anyone like scouted here? Dude, the scout did a fantastic job. I love that. Sick, dude. Let's go. I could use a receiver, maybe. Chris Batista. I don't want to just keep taking random shots in the dark, but I'm going to have to. He's not good. Dude, why did the scout just shit the bed this year? Why did he just not do anything? I'm going to take this cornerback now in case he goes before we pick again. Jonathan Hendricks, please be something. He's not bad, but I don't think he's good enough to start. Yeah, he has horrible coverage skills. He's really just going to be a special teamer here. I also just realized that we don't even need a receiver. Like, I took one earlier, but we really don't need one. We just signed Tyreek Hill. I think I might just take Dominique Gary, though, just because why not? 68, normal. I feel like he'd be a pretty sick tight end. Kind of, like, skinny, but 6'5", I think he is. He's pretty tall. He could potentially make the transition. Let's just go to the end of the draft. Like, I'm not doing anything special with this one. I knew almost nothing about that class going into it. And at least we got a starting center. So it could have certainly been a lot worse. We got an amazing 62 overall quarterback. Let's go. That's fantastic. Let's check out the entire NFL. Who was even good in this class? 279 overall players, Kevin Santos and Mason Hughes, going number 1 and 2 overall. 278s and a couple 76s. All right, so pretty solid looking class. Nobody in the 80s, but not bad at all. Let's go over this Hall of Fame induction again. I think this is what, Darrelle Revis? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we get some nice man coverage boost for the safeties and cornerbacks. That's always cool. Yeah, this team's kind of good. We have a 93 offense, 89 defense, 91 overall. Now, the offense just got absolutely fortified because of that one offseason. We signed 2 99 overall players and a 97. Quentin Nelson also slid to left tackle. Figured why not put the best offensive lineman on the team to left tackle, like the most important offensive lineman position. So Porter's going to stay at left guard, Banks is staying at right guard, and then the rookie center, Holcomb, is going to start. And I think this should be a really good group on offense. And then defensively, it's like almost just as good. We have some absolute studs on this side of the football. Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, both superstar X Factors. Dre Greenlaw is a superstar X Factor. Brian Burns, Eric Armstead, both superstars in the 90s. Deshaun Elliott's a superstar. This team's like kind of good, just a little bit talented. I think we're going to do pretty well this season. Yeah, at the midseason mark, we are in a pretty solid position. We are 4-2. We have a 95 offense. This team is crazy good. Let's quickly go ahead and look at the lineup. Let's see if the center's development trait is revealed. It might not be, and it is not. That's fine. Let's advance one more week and see if it gets revealed here. I should have actually looked how close we were to revealing that one, but it's all good. Did we win that game? We actually did, so we're 5-2. All right, we have a breakout player challenge. It's Brandon Ayuk again. He needs 3+ touchdowns or 150+ yards receiving / rushing. Let's advance and see if he goes up. We won that game, which is nice. Okay, he went up in development trait. Let's see if he actually deserved it. He needed, what, 3 touchdowns or 150 yards? Okay, so he actually did that one. That one's fair. But the last time, he did not get it done. But 183 yards. Okay, so they are worth doing because sometimes the players actually go up in development trait, like fairly. Let's try this one again. Let's check it one more time. Sammy Wagner. Oh, it's a defensive coordinator. Okay, so TJ Greer, the strong safety. We need to hold the Titans to fewer than 150 passing yards. That's not happening. Or get TJ Greer 2+ picks, tackles for lost sacks. You guys know the deal. Let's also just really quickly check out the center's development trait. I also have so many staff points. There's so many things happening, I feel like, in these rebuilds right now that I just can't keep track of what's going on. He needs 4 more snaps, so he'll get that done next week. I just can't keep track of everything that we have to do each week. There's so much stuff, but it makes for a lot of content, which is awesome. We're going to win that game as well. Let's see if he went up in development trait. Okay, so he actually didn't go up this time. It just glitched out that one time. That's so strange. So just be on the lookout for those. Sometimes it doesn't actually work. Good to know. Good to know that it does work sometimes. Okay, so let's just go straight to the playoffs now. Oh, I forgot to check out the center development trait. That was the whole point of me stopping right now. And I just kept getting distracted. We have to go up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 10-1. That's kind of scary. Hopefully we can win that game. That'd be really big. But the center, probably just as star. I'm doing all this just to show off a star developing center. Yeah, okay, I figured that was going to happen. Okay, so we made the playoffs. We went 13-4. We also got our first round bye. I think for the first time in this game, which is actually really cool. Let's check out the, not the schedule. Let me go check out the stats. Trey Lance, 4,400 yards, 43 touchdowns, way more interceptions than usual, but 12 still isn't really all that many. That's a really good season from Trey Lance once again. He's going insane this rebuild. Saquon Barkley, 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns. I'm sorry I didn't get Trey Sermon more involved. Maybe when I do a realistic rebuild of this team down the line, we can try to get him a bit more involved, but like, I wanted to make a God squad. Like, I wanted to make at least one God squad early on in this game, and this is certainly it. Brandon Ayuk had 1,400 yards. George Kittle, 1,153 yards, 13 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 9 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Deebo Samuel, not really doing too much, but honestly, there's so many pass catchers on this team. It's hard to get them all involved. The offensive line was amazing. 130 tackles here for Dre Greenlaw, 17 tackles for loss for Javon Kinlaw, 8.5 sacks for Kinlaw, 8 for Nick Bosa, 7 for Eric Armstead and Brian Burns. Everyone's doing something here. 5 picks for Josh Pearman, 3 for TJ Greer, 2 for Ambry Thomas, and then 1 for a handful of other guys. So we were 2nd in the NFL on offense this year, and we were 22nd on defense. A lot of 2s. This looks weird. Aaron Rodgers is on the Giants, and he's going to win MVP. Okay. So somehow Trey Lance doesn't make this. This is weird. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Aaron Rodgers. Trey Lance at number 7, though. Defensive Player of the Year is Devin White. Nobody from the 49ers on this one. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Cooper Wells. Nobody from the 49ers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, probably no one here as well. Best quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. Trey Lance at number 2, though. Best running back is Christian McCaffrey. Saquon Barkley at number 5. Best receiver is Brandon Ayuk. Love to see that. Best offensive lineman, Quentin Nelson, of course. Best D lineman, nobody from our team, but Danielle Hunter is going to win it. Best linebacker is Khalil Mack. Nobody from the 49ers. Best defensive back, Jawan Blanton, but Josh Pearman at number 5. That's sick that he made the list. And then best kicker, Travis Bailey is here at number 8. All right, awesome. Now let's see who we have to take on this next week. I'm really happy that we have a first round bye. That's awesome. So at least we're not going to go out in the wild card round to end this video. We will, at the very least, go out in the divisional round here against the Green Bay Packers. We have a 94 overall team. They have an 81 overall team. Please win this game. We did. 46-21. Once again, we have a 94 overall team. They have an 81 overall team. I know they have Aaron Rodgers, and apparently he had 4 pass deflections this season. That's pretty fantastic being a quarterback. But let's go to the Super Bowl. Please, let me get another Super Bowl with this team. We will. Going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay. This is going to be an interesting Super Bowl. Let's check out the media day thing. What's happening? You already have 1 ring, so you're no stranger to the magnitude and atmosphere surrounding the Super Bowl. How much does that help? Significantly. That seems like it would help a lot. I mean, I can't obviously speak. I've never won a Super Bowl. But I'd imagine it might make things a little bit easier. Maybe not just 1. Maybe if you're like Bill Belichick, maybe it's a little bit easier. But maybe just having 1, it's still incredibly, incredibly strenuous. I'm sure it kind of is for Bill Belichick too. But anyway, let's go to the Super Bowl. Please. Let's win this game. Let me win 2 Super Bowls in this video. That would be an excellent start to the Madden 22 rebuild year. I mean, technically, this is my 2nd rebuild of the year, but it's still the start. You know how it goes. They're looking like they're going to score, though, 17-14. Oh, no, 24-14. No, don't lose this one. 31-14. It's over. 38-22. We're probably done with this one here. 38-30. We brought it back a little bit. Super Bowl celebration. I think it's... I can't tell if it's the same or not. A lot of players are moving. It might be the exact same. But it still looks fresh to me, so I'm fine with it. That really sucks, though. We lost to the Jaguars. Lost to Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. That would be a crazy Super Bowl, though. Like, Trey Lance versus Trevor Lawrence in a couple seasons. That would be a really, really cool Super Bowl. I would not be surprised if we see a few of the quarterbacks that were just drafted in some Super Bowls against each other in like 5 or so years. It depends how the rest of the team is built, of course. But look at Trevor Lawrence raising the Lombardi Trophy. Not as cool as winning it as a rookie. I'll say that much. Trey Lance got him beat in that regard. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think this one went incredibly well. We got such a good team, but sadly, we could not close out with the Super Bowl to end off the video. I really hope you guys were still able to enjoy this one, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Where every step you take is